Good people of YouTube, my name is Spanner, welcome back to another episode of Anachronox. Last time we destroyed Planet Sunder. And now Dr. Bowman is going to give us an explanation about stuff. This should only take a few minutes, so humor me and pay attention, you're gonna love it. Okay, so it appears that you need three things to cast Mystek. The first and most obvious thing you need is a slag of Mystek, such as the one I employed so effectively in battle just now. As you saw, this one creates a damaging fire effect. For lack of a better name, let's call it Fire Slag. If my speculation is correct, different slags have different powers, so we'll have to experiment with other slags we run across and test their effects. More on that in a minute. The second thing you need in order to cast Mystek is an energy source. Once again, surprise surprise, the theories in my book were correct. The glowing rodents or glodents originally found on Hephaestus along with Mystek were not a coincidence. An alien technology related to Mystek, maybe even the Mystek itself, must have irradiated the glodents as an energy source for the slags. Mystek consumes them as easily as our shield cells do. This means NRG is our ticket to using Mystek. Okay, now the last and most important element in casting Mystek is you. Mystek needs a conduit to channel out its awesome energy. Without a person to cast it, Mystek is nothing. The slag can somehow read the caster's emotional condition based on various metabolic changes, determining the outcome of the casting in the process. Think of it like a super advanced lie detector. I call it galvanic response polarity. Intense fear and anger may trigger one function, while panic and concern may trigger another. For example, the same fire slag can both burn an enemy and extinguish a burning friend, just as a bane slag that normally hurts an enemy will heal if cast on yourself. Miss Bowman, Mr. Boots is looking a bit funny. In other words, Mr. Boots, all you have to do is get mad at bad people and feel worried about friends. Mystek should take care of the rest. It's as easy as just wanting to use it. By the way, this may interest you, Mr. Metavastros. My studies of glodent consumption indicate that the speed in which they're used increases the power throughput of the Mystek. Take Harbingen's binary law on NRG and apply it to Mystek. You can use glodents at rates of 1, 2, 4 or 8 times the input level of the device. Fatima, can you project that binary level graph we discussed in the shuttle? It's vaguely like valence shells of electrons. The NRG flow locks to certain steps or stages, each twice the cost of the last stage. Beyond 8 times the base level input, certain values approach infinity. So that seems to be the hard limit. No doubt, Doctor, no doubt. Perhaps you might summarize for the layman in the big coat? Huh? In a nutshell, whatever the energy cost of operation is at its lowest level, the next level will cost you twice as much. Not only that, but I suspect higher level devices may have lower level effects built in, such that different power levels might produce different effects. Got it? Good, because I'm done. Was that so awful? We're all taking part in a grand experiment, people. Keep an eye out for more Mystek and snap up all the glodents you can. We're gonna need them. Alright, so now what? I don't like this place, it makes me feel funny. My dreams have come true. Mystek is active and I'm alive to see it. And this is only the beginning. I suspect we've only just begun unlocking its secrets. Let's get our hands on as many slags of Mystek as we can. Anyway, I guess this vindicates me in the scientific community. Too bad there's no scientific community left. Whoever or whatever caused that disturbance is responsible for the death of 6 million people, and there's nothing to suggest it won't happen again. Here, these shield cells should give us a little protection from whatever lies ahead. Come on, let's get off this rock. Someone's gotta stay behind and watch the shuttle. Sorry, pal. Let's bring the doctor with us. Welcome to Votone. My name is Kieber. I am Cultural Attaché and Diplomatic Liaison for the Hospitality Committee. Please accept my sincerest apologies on behalf of the Democratus High Council. Those sentry rowboats should never have been on active duty. By the time we realized our mistake, the automatic tractor beam system was already locked on your shuttle. Yes, well, I'll have to cut my greeting rather short. The High Council just called an emergency session, putting the entire administrative staff, myself included, on full alert. Feel free to roam the city and make yourselves at home while we resolve this emergency. I'll be in touch. Okay, talk to the High Council to convince them to repair the shuttle. I give up. We've been at this for hours. Oh, by the way, what's Rose power? Analyze. Maybe if we cut the feed wires? We've been through this already. It might disarm them, but we'd lose control entirely if they ever came back online. I'd rather not. Maybe the circuit interrupters are on the fritz? If they were on the fritz, there would be 200 amperes of electricity shooting through your body right now. I don't think so. Maybe if we open the panel. If we open the panel, you'll start tugging on random wires. No. Remote thermistor, check. Antipodium capacitor, check. Variable resistor, check. This is the same guy that welcomed us, right? Yes. Your ship? Oh, I'm afraid our resources are diverted at the moment. Our crews will work on it as soon as they're free. These guys are still hostile. Actually, I think I'd rather have Pal with me rather than Grumpos here. Pal feels a bit more powerful. But Grumpos has that special of his, Yammer, that's pretty good crowd control. Damn, Sly is taking a beating here. Let's hammer on that one. Let's use Fire Slag. Nice. Oh, I should heal boots. Heal grease complete. Nice. I should definitely get some new weapons. Gotta find a vendor. I should have used my AoE attack. Damn. These things are trouble. Let's use Staff Sweep. Oh, another AoE ability. I don't think I've used this one yet. Well, that's amazing. Are we done here? We are. Okay, actually, I still haven't unlocked whatever this is. Now, how do I... Is there a way to equip... Do I need to go back to select party members? I guess I do. Come along, pal. Okay, Grumpus will stay here a while. Alright, moving on. Sorry to interrupt, but I just dug up some interesting info on this dump. Formerly known as Tavolin II, the planet of Democratus was made up of hardline isolationists before the sudden fall of Emperor Deucalion last year. They've only recently become interested in interplanetary relations. The whole planet is run by committee. They are extremely bureaucratic, with an elitist class living in a ring floating around the planet, and the working class that has been relegated to the surface. Limited access visitors report amazing technology, but none of it is allowed to be exported. Either that helps or it doesn't. Have fun. Do these open? These don't open. Stay out of the hangar bays if I were you. Those malfunctioning robots will kill you without care. Hell, I'd be a good neighbor and invite you inside, but nobody's allowed in the council chambers when there's an emergency meeting in session. Come on, Bob, it'll only take a second. We need to ask him to fix our jalopy. Look, I'm sure your business is all very important, but the High Council's in the middle of a very important emergency session. I can't just knock on their door and sweep you in. They're very serious about not being disturbed. Only allies of the council are trusted inside. Fine, fine. How do I become an ally of the council? Sir, in order to see the council, you must gain their trust. And in order to gain their trust, you must prove you think like them. Why don't you vote in today's election? If you're of like mind, they will consider you an ally of the council. Sounds easy enough. Where do I vote? I believe the closest voting station is outside the Votone Administration Center. Take this hallway all the way down and you'll end up in the city district of the ring. Just ask for directions. You'll find it easy enough. Okay, so I can just turn up to a planet and just vote in their elections. Okay. Oh, this looks cool. So we're on the outside ring. This is where the elite lives, right? You don't look like you're from around here. Are you planet dwellers from the surface? We're from all over the system. Well, have you registered to vote? Judging from the absence of a voting button on your sleeve, I'd say not. Here's the deal. You have to pay a loonie if you want to stay and vote. A piece. Don't kid a kidder. This smells 100% scam. I'm Anachronox Heath, Field Liaison of the Voltone Inter-Ring Tax and Tariff Commission. Municipal law stipulates that all guests of our city must participate in our democratic process. All voices will be heard. Since today is an election day, you must vote, and in order to vote, you must pay me a loonie to register you. Vote or leave. We're not gonna vote, and we're not gonna leave. Sir, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. You're required by our laws to register yourself to vote. Please don't make me take desperate measures to ensure it. Make me, onion. You're just talking out your gas pump. What exactly are you doing? Pay the man the fee. We're in no position to piss off the locals. He's threatening us. I'm not paying. It's the principle of the thing. Sir, I'm afraid I'm forced to call security. Security! What's the problem here, Mr. Heath? I don't know. Is there a problem here, citizen? Yeah, there's a problem, officer. Mr. Heath's panhandling for money. It's disgraceful. As you can see, these strangers refuse to register to vote. Will you please call for backup? Just a moment, sir. HQ's on the radio. Yes, sir. Officer B6 here. Over. Yes, sir. Mr. Anachronox Heath and some planet dwellers, sir. Yes, sir. I see, sir. Of course I will, sir. This instant, sir. Are these the visitors that just docked? We're under orders from Mr. Keeber to extend them only the utmost courtesy. They are guests of the High Council. Mr. Keeber? Really? Well, why didn't you say so in the first place? Of course you don't have to pay the registration loonie if you're under the auspices of the High Council. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding. Yeah, so am I, chum. How about some gas, food and lodgings on the house? I'm sure you can arrange something for your troubles. I'll talk to someone at the Republic Inn about getting you a discount. Sounds great, thanks. Splendid. Here are each of your voting buttons. Wear them proudly on your sleeve. Since you haven't any Democratus electronic voting devices, I shall give you a sample ballot on paper. Read it carefully. Okay, Proposition 1. Shall the maximum ramp angle throughout Voltone be 45 degrees? Shall cyclical vomit torture be abolished as a form of punishment for first-degree murder committed by planet dwellers? Shall the preparation and selling of dangerous squizzle beets for consumption be a misdemeanor? Shall Puss Cafe be the official color of next year's Festival of Choice? Shall outworlder possession of narcotics be punishable by a death-likely sentence? Immediate, complete use of all substances in possession? Oh! This one's interesting. So the death-likely sentence is just you just have to consume all the drugs in your possession at the moment. Shall it be a felony to possess, sell, or export bipedry meat for globbering consumption? Shall planet dweller deforestation of Waugee's forest for dort herding be allowed? Shall marriages between ring dwellers and planet dwellers be recognized by the state? I hope you're aware that if you don't vote in today's election, we're allowed to kill you. Except you, little Mr. Robot Man. Machines are not allowed to vote. What do you get? If you're looking for someone to discuss the issues of the day with you, an ally of the council might be of assistance. They wear G-pearls of wisdom on their skull. Now you're ready to participate in the election. Once you've decided on the issues, go to the voting booth just down the street. Happy voting, and sorry about the mix-up. These ballot initiatives are quite challenging. I can't decide how to vote today. Well, have a nice day. Happy voting, as they say. You have stuff on your forehead. I'm sorry, is there something I can help you with? And you don't... Did he say on the forehead? These pearls are not exactly on the foreheads. Remember all the things we said we'd do in college? Not really. Don't you remember? We used to talk about getting off this rock for good. We were gonna strike out for the outer systems and restart our lives somewhere else. Yeah, the dreams of youth can be silly. I want a new life, someplace different, away from all this dreariness. What? You can't just leave, your obligation is to Democratus. Every vote counts. I guess I'm trapped here forever. Get married, raise a kid, vote every day, and shut up. Wait, you vote every day? Wow, that's insane. The votabulator reports you didn't participate in yesterday's election. Is there any truth to this, son? I was sick. You don't look sick to me. I'm feeling much better. Well, will you give me your word you're going to vote in today's election? I don't want to have to come find you again, understand? No, sir, I mean, yes, sir. The ballot looks very interesting today. How's your mother doing? She said the check is late. Would you like a quick lesson in the politics of Voton? Why not? I've got all day. We're in Section 8, the administrative region of Voton. This is the democratic heart of our society and center of all red tape on Democratus. Here, everyone has a voice. Everyone is heard. The only problem is people are dumb. We all know it. We all think it. So if the voting public is too dumb to make the best decisions, there needs to be a system to make sure they don't vote themselves into oblivion. That's where the High Council comes in. Each member of the council represents one of the 8 sections of the Voton Ring. They are considered the wisest men on the planet and are the first to cast their ballots in the daily election. Since we're the ultimate democracy, even a High Councilman's vote is the same as any citizen's. It counts as only one vote and is kept secret until after the election. On occasion, when the public votes differently from the council, the visible repercussions are often quite negative. That's why people tend to vote the way they think the council will vote. The High Council serves as the moral compass of our society. To make sure their opinions are an open secret, the council intentionally leaks its votes to the public through various channels. This way they maintain an illusion of a free democracy while guiding the citizens at the same time. So in the end, people too dumb to make their own decision can feel like they're doing the right thing by voting like the council, as well as feel special for being part of a big secret. In fact, if you really want to know the way the council votes on an issue, look for allies of the council. They're always more than happy to spill the beans on council decisions. Allies of the council have 6 pearls of wisdom attached to their skulls as a symbol of their exaltedness. Look for them. And here endeth the lesson. Happy voting! Okay, so they have 6 pearls. How did you vote in yesterday's election? I was all for changing the name of the Ballotron 3000. What a stupid name. Guess I didn't miss anyone over here. What about you? Wow, it's nice to see Outworlders in Voton. Democratus tends to keep to itself. Personally, I wish we had more contact with other worlds. There are reports that a planet of scientists blew up somehow. That's gotta be a joke. How is it possible? Well, that's no joke. We were there. Anything hidden over here? Any secrets? Oh, there are secrets, alright. Let's go up. Nice. Oh, one away. Up or down? The other way. And finally... Cool. What do we have here? What is that? A Bane Wave. What is a Bane Wave? Mystic. Ah. Can I equip it on myself? We have a good affinity, but are these our stats? What if I select row here? Affinity is great. Is this... Oh, this is poor on me. I guess it's a conjunction of wisdom, perhaps? Ah, Grandpa's wisdom is fair. Grandpa's is fair all round. Doesn't excel at anything. Can you equip Mystic? Huh, Pal can equip Mystic. I'll equip it on myself though. Alright. It's that time again. That's all the time we have for the episode, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed another episode of Anachronox, and as usual, don't miss the next one because I won't. I will see you all next time.